Good morning. It's Tuesday, March 21st, 2023. I know I haven't been making a lot of these videos lately for various reasons. One of the main ones is that I do not have a phone holder that I can put on the dashboard. I don't like this format. I definitely don't like the tall format, so I've been avoiding. It's very easy to avoid. I've been not making videos. I have been keeping my eyes open, but I have not really actively been just singularly searching for a phone holder. And I don't... The reason I'm making today's video is kind of silly. There's only two things I want to talk about, and one of them I've already forgotten. The other one is... now I remember. They're both silly. So I'll start with the egg, and hopefully later on I'll remember bad AI in video games and race cars. But the egg... And the reason they're tied together is, so I guess I got to start. I'll give a teaser of the other one. The bad AI in racing games has two interesting effects. The specific AI I'm talking about is when you're doing really well, when you're nailing it, and the game has this built-in AI. What ends up happening is the cars, so that there's a sense of challenge. The artificial intelligence cars, the cars that are being controlled by the computer, not by you, are forced to keep pace with you. So what ends up happening if you're having a really good race in some of these games that use this type of AI, they literally start hurling the cars at you. They just come flying down the track, and the physics gets involved, and like if you were to hit the brakes, they would just go tumbling over you faster than a car could normally go, because there's a weird rubber band effect. So they speed up the cars with no care for skill of driving, just to make sure that the game is still entertaining. So it's a very dumb form of AI. It has that weird effect where the cars can literally slingshot past you, even though if you're going full speed. But the other effect this has is if you have two relatively equally matched people and one person's having a really good run, they may usually get in first or second place, but because of this bizarre AI keeping up with the lead car, when they're playing against you and you're the one that's doing better, they will do much poorer than they normally do because of all the AI cars being dragged in your wake. It actually kind of reminds me of one of the scenes in The Matrix. Anyway, that being said, the reason I brought that up is because yesterday I had made a video which had that weird kind of same rubber band effect. Not in reality, it was just a bizarre coincidence. And again, I still don't understand the YouTube algorithm and how any of this works. But I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he was making that joke about, the egg, because yesterday was the equinox, and first day of spring at 5:23, 5:24, something like that in the afternoon. He said that, he didn't say it exactly. He said it wrong on purpose because it was funny. But he was talking about, standing an egg on its end. So I made a quick little short because I was talking about, I'll do that real quick. And I took the egg and I stood it up on its end. It's a cute little trick. All you have to do is you use a lot less salt than I did, but you just put a few grains of sand on a surface. Salt. Put a few grains of salt on a surface, and they will... it takes a little bit of practice to get it right quickly, but that sand will actually work to hold the egg upright. It's rigid, so it does act as a stand. So whenever you see someone put an egg down on a surface and it's standing on its end, what they've most likely done is just scattered a little bit of salt on the table, and the salt will hold the egg upright. As long as you're very, very close to getting it upright, it'll be upright. The point is, I made that little thing while I was talking to him in text, just to continue the joke, because he had said the thing about eggs and the equinox, and I was like, all right, I made it, I sent it to him, and I thought, I haven't thrown anything up on YouTube in a while. Let me just add this as a short. Actually, I didn't intend to add it as a short. I couldn't before, a while ago, I couldn't figure out how to add pre-recorded videos as shorts. It would only let me upload them as videos, but this one went through, and there was a few weird things that happened. It went through, and it allowed me to save it as a short, And it allowed me to do that before I had made the choice as to whether or not it was suitable for kids. It was a very bizarre, glitchy thing, but it ended up going up. I went and looked at the details of it, and there was this big warning: you have to choose one of these. Well, you didn't give me the option before, but I make all of my videos not suitable for kids because I can't trust my time bomb of a potty mouth. At any moment, it could blow. So anyway, posted the video, and the point of the whole story is, for the first hour, it got absolutely no views. The next 5 minutes, it got like 1,900 views, and I gained 2 subscribers. And then it just topped off there. Like literally nothing. Then over the period of like 5 minutes, I got 1,900 views, 2 subscribers, and then nothing. Like, that is a very, very weird algorithm. I have no idea what's going on there. I probably will not investigate because I'm a very, very lazy person. Busy person. Oh, yes. Grab my coffee. Yay! I think it just got so much better. So I made another K-cup type deal in a plastic mug. Ugh. Tastes like death. Yeah. Tastes like cancer and cognitive decline. That's the stuff, baby. That's literally all I had to talk about. I have no idea how I'm going to fill the next 14 minutes, 14 to 15 minutes. I don't want to be silent. I know how horrible silent content is. I'm very tired today. Like you've never heard that before, but I am just worn down. It's a very, very busy month at work. There are a lot of competing projects that all have to go out the door, and I am just beaten down. Not to mention, like, I'm now on essentially a full month of gout. My feet are ridiculous. The one foot, and I should probably go back to the doctor. The one foot that I have gout in, it had swollen to the size of Ben Vereen, and it's now less swollen, but it's still discolored and misshapen. And because it was so swollen, now that it's smaller, it's the skin is peeling off. So that's pretty intense. That's a thing I'm dealing with. Not dealing with, as per my typical MO. I am not dealing with it. I'm living with it. I really should do something about it. Like actually tell someone other than the YouTube community that my foot is in really bad shape. But I think I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing because I'm completely insane. The coffee gets better as you drink it. So, Fermi paradox, the Great Filter, time machines, temporal transceivers, quantum eraser. I think polarized filters are lying to us. That it's a fascinating little trick you can do. This one I have to make into a short too. I mean, everyone's done this, but it's still fascinating to see it every time. If you take some polarized lenses, as you know, if you put them parallel to each other, you can completely black out what you're looking at. Like a polarized filter, like it's fine. You just rotate it, you can see through it. But if you put a polarized filter behind a polarized filter, or even if you take polarized glasses, it has the same effect. You get 2 pairs of glasses that are polarized, and you rotate them, you can completely block all light from coming through. once they're parallel to each other. But if you put a third polarized lens in between the two at a 45-degree angle to the other two, it completely negates the effect of the polarizing filters. That's neat. I watched a video that explained it, and I got nothing. I can never retain what he said because I don't think it's right. But I think what's really happening is we don't truly understand the nature of light. Because I'm pretty sure you can bend light with sugar water too. I'll have to do that experiment later. I think you can see through polarization using sugar water. Does something to twists the light in some manner. Now it sounds like I'm rambling. I'll have to go home and test that one. I really need to get some polarized filters to do some experiments. I might be able to make a much smaller version of my temporal transceiver just using like a lot of mirrors and some polarized filters. I need a few more bits of kit, but it's not important. I'll explain later. I'll probably do a DIY video on how to build a time machine at some point. I wish I had a bit more free time. I was going to, and now I am, lament the fact that the drive to and from work is it's a pain. It's a pain in the neck because it's very long. I think if I were to start recording right away, like I've gotten to the point where when I'm doing this, when I've got everything set up, I'm making about 8 of these 22-minute videos a day. I'm sorry, 7. Making 7 of these 22-minute videos a day. The drive to and the drive home from work. I think it's like 3 and a bit in the morning, 3 in the afternoon. But if I were to film the whole time, easily get 4 22-minute videos each way. When I get 4 in the morning, the fourth one is usually cut short. It ends up being anywhere from like 7 to 14 minutes. I usually don't get the full fourth one because I don't start recording when I leave the house, and I don't record when I stop recording before I reach my destination. So you lose some time there. But trust me, it's a long, boring drive. It's a pain in the ass when my back is acting up. If only I had a desk job that could be done remotely. Oh wait, never mind. So yeah, it was a bit shocking. Way back to the egg story, which came first, the egg. The story was only about an egg. It was a chicken egg, and my wife, I came upstairs about an hour after I posted it when it rocketed off to 1,900 views. I said, "Guess how many views it has?" And the same game everyone plays, 10, 25, 100, and it was a point. I hate when I forget the point I was driving at halfway through a thought. Oh, so, my wife says to me, hey, why don't you do it again, but this time with a duck egg? Because we have ducks, and we have duck eggs. I chose not to. I didn't want to just do the same content again, but yeah, maybe it would have made sense. I don't know if I've informed you fellas that since very recently we bought 4 more ducks, 1 pekin and 3 black ones. I'm not sure what they are. My wife suspects they're a specific breed. It turns iridescent. I don't know. They're black now, completely black. A couple of them have tiny little white dots in 1 or 2 spots, but that's it. In fact, that's how they're named. Currently they're 0, 1, and 2. And I forget what the yellow one's called. My daughter bought an empty. We were at the King of Prussia Mall, and there's some weird stores in there now. They sell this eclectic mix of things. Like, a lot of it seems like it just comes from one store. It seems like they had like an Alibaba account and thought, hey, why don't I just open a store and resell this stuff? I would not be surprised if that is actually the model. But anyway, they had little empty plastic soap dispensers, like little tiny, like about keychain size, but with no keychain connection. And she wanted one. So we bought it. I mean, it just, I don't know why she wanted it. And it's now named Jerry the soap dispenser. So there's no soap in it. It's just her pet soap dispenser. Jerry. We bought a lot of weird stuff while we were there. She bought we were in one of those hippy dippy stores, and she bought like a fake bonsai tree that the leaves were made out of amethysts. That was stupid expensive. What else did we buy? I bought a bunch of hot sauce at what's the name of that store? It's the hot sauce store in the King of Prussia Mall. It's got a chili pepper as their logo. Why can't I think of the name of it? They make their own stuff. Is it Bob? No. That's going to drive me crazy. Anyway, they were having a sale. Like, I got a notification on my phone last day, 20% off. I get there, I give them the code. It turns out that code is only good for online purchases. But they have a sale going on right now. Still can't remember the name. They have a sale going on right now. Buy 3, get the 4th thing free. So that ended up being a better deal, because most of their stuff is about $20 a bottle. So, although maybe that's not a good deal, but the good deal is, like, you buy 4 20-bottle things, you're getting 25% off because you're getting the 4th one free. So that ended up being pretty good. I spent, I think it was like $52. I got 2 big bottles of wing sauce, and then one of my tried and true hot sauces, which I think was the 3 Diablos, and then a new garlic scorpion hot sauce, which I taste tested, and it was delicious. A couple of the hot sauces I bought were extreme hot sauces. One of the wing sauces was extreme, and they didn't have a taste tester, but they had a taste tester for a similar thing that wasn't as it wasn't quite the extreme. So I tasted the non-extreme stuff, and it was really good. So I got the extreme, because why not buy something you can't test first? Now, I tested it when I got home. It was very hot. My daughter put a little tiny micro dot on her tongue, and she was being a whiny little bitch for a few hours, and I had a spoonful of it, and it packed some heat, like a nice lingering heat, but it also had flavor. Like, it was the nice balance of both. So I was very happy with the purchases. I can't remember why we had gone out in the first place. It was literally to get something small, but we ended up like at the Lego store, all kinds of places. We went to the dining car for breakfast. I love the dining car, but unfortunately I don't live in Philly anymore, so it's it is only if we're going to Philly for some other reason, and we have the wherewithal to get up early enough in the morning to do it, that we end up at the dining car. Tried to invite some buddies, including the what used to be my only subscriber, and he, unfortunately, his family wasn't up in time. But I still had a wonderful breakfast at the dining car. A bunch of new faces. I haven't been there in quite a while. So, still have like 2 and a bit minutes. Why have I locked myself into the 22-minute format? No one knows. I might know. don't know if I ever explained it. Oh well. Like I said, I didn't prepare a lot of copy or have anything really ready to go. I literally just wanted to explain why I still have making videos, and the whatever I stole, the egg thing, like that weird YouTube algorithm where over the course of a couple of seconds I got 1,900 views on a video. It's like nothing for an hour, 1,900 views, and then nothing. So yeah, just it's interesting. I'm not complaining at all. I think it's interesting, especially for a channel where I'm like really not looking for subscribers because I don't have anything to put out there. I've got no content. The egg standing up is probably the most dense content I've had. It was only a couple of seconds, but I stood an egg up. What are you gonna do? Am I going to do part 2 today, this morning, on the way to work? It's a good question. It's a very good question. What is that light? Oh. I really won't know until I end this video whether or not I'm going to do a second video. I definitely have nothing to talk about, so since I usually never do, it's a good reason to do it. What I'll do is I'll end this one and I'll just contemplate for a while and then just decide whether or not I'm going to start recording again. Trying to time it to exactly. Have a wonderful day.